Thank you for coming out tonight. After 1990, after the Civil War, there's been lack of live Somali music. And I think you can tell by the work around this area, Cedar, there's been a revival of Somali music.
Midnimo is a program at the Cedar and Augsburg College that builds knowledge and understanding of Somali Muslim culture through music. Midnimo consists of week-long residencies with Somali musical artists from Minnesota and around the world. These residencies are providing a platform for students to develop an understanding of Somali Muslim culture through artist-led interventions on campus and in the community.
There are about 10 to 15 different events and activities that are part of each Midnimo residency, and I would say over half of those activities are geared specifically towards Augsburg students and millennials. But these students aren't just showing up to experience these events, they're also involved in the planning and the marketing and the documenting of the entire Midnimo program. And some of these students are even performing on stage with the artists. So they're highly invested in the Midnimo program.
This is really the first time I've kind of stepped out of my comfort zone and played music from different cultures. By doing this, by playing this music, I feel personally a lot more connected to Somali culture. Spending all this time with these artists has kind of broadened my vision as far as the culture here in Minneapolis and just how much more diverse it is than people think.
So we've been working with faculty members across all different departments at Augsburg College, and it always surprises me how relevant it seems to every single faculty member that we've worked with. So far we've worked with more than 10 faculty members, and that's included people in the theater department, the music department, political science, globalization, gender studies, creative writing, and even health and nursing.
Originally, for my community health course, our MAANTA was going to come, and Sarah Noor, who is this new CEO of People Center, helped start the Health Commons. And when she had heard about our involvement with Midnimo, she was like, how about they come to People Center and bring awareness around a community health center that's really focused on the needs of the community. And so it worked out great. We had a very private venue, and we were able to ask questions around health and healing to the artists and had great discussions. The discussion from that event led to just so many great discussions in the classroom afterwards that I don't know that would have happened, because it really broke down some barriers as far as, let's talk about this and engage, and it's okay to talk about this. It's okay to talk about our differences.
There's so many different dimensions of the program with discussion, so you can have the classroom environment that college students are fairly familiar with, or the workshop environment, which allows for students to kind of get in touch with their own inner voice and share with other people and hear other people's experiences. And then also the concert environment, being in a place where people are dancing and they're learning new songs and hearing different kinds of music. It allows for that understanding, and it allows for that kind of empathy with another person's experience as well.
The Cedar Riverside neighborhood, where the Cedar and Augsburg are both located, is often seen by folks who don't come here a lot as a dangerous place to be. And as a matter of fact, we are now the subject of some national news gossip declaring the Cedar Riverside neighborhood as an unsafe no-go zone where non-Muslims shouldn't go. So I wasn't too surprised when one Augsburg college student named Hannah said that her friends and family were quite shocked when she said that she feels so at home in Cedar Riverside.
You could kind of infer what they were asking, and I was able to say with confidence that yes, I did feel comfortable in my location. And then I got to tell them about Midnimo and sharing in music with the Cedar Riverside neighborhood. And I just got to watch their faces change as I told the story. They started with you do that, to that's really cool. Maybe what I'm hearing on the news isn't everything that there is to see. That was maybe one of the biggest parts for me about Midnimo as a whole, just being able to, on a personal level, defend or take down the stereotypes that are portrayed in media towards the Somali population.
One of the most interesting things for me have been the conversations that have happened at these events and in the classroom. Students have been doing reflection assignments and readings in advance of getting together with the artists, so when the artists and the students do get together, these really interesting and candid and vibrant conversations emerge.
I think it's pretty incredible to be able to talk about issues that are faced within our communities and other communities, and how we might even share similar issues, and how as first generation and older generation families we can discuss these things, especially sometimes within like the Muslim communities. It can be taboo to talk about a lot of things such as music and stuff like that. So to be able to come out forwardly and talk about these issues, it's really uniting to our communities and to the surrounding communities to be able to understand us. So I think that would be really interesting to have more of, especially when there's not very many like avenues to talk about some of the topics that they tackle. So it's really nice to be able to have older people from the same ethnicity as your community as you talk about these issues that you were kind of told your whole life that you should just kind of not mention. And people really want to talk about this stuff.
Working with Bob's band, working with North American Superstars, working with MAANTA has really been kind of the best couple months of my life, really. There's really no better feeling than being on stage, having this whole community in front of you, knowing that you're doing something good and participating in something that's going to bring the entire community together. I'm just really happy to have been a part of it. It's nice to be able to kind of take these colleges' values and apply them in the real world. And you know, after going out into the real world after I graduate here, I'm going to look back on what I did here in these last couple months of my senior year and put those experiences towards who I want to be as a person in the future.